What's up? Okay, it looks like we're live. There's something that's supposed to happen. Sorry, technical issue. There's something that's supposed to happen that didn't happen, and that is my music. So I've got some background music. I can't hear it. Okay, now I can hear it. Perfect. Let me put the volume down a bit to 25. Cool. Okay, I think we're in business. Yes, I can hear it. Cool. Okay, so if you were at the last stream, which was earlier this morning, we had no music, we had no theme, so I don't have this nice kind of border around my screen, and it was the morning, so we had daytime lights. Now we've got nighttime lights, and we are rebuilding the Hacksflixel website. So in the last stream, I managed to get this far. We're using Next.js, Typescript, MDX, so all new stuff. The old site is not using that, it's using Ruby, CoffeeScript, not Ruby, CoffeeScript, DocPad, just some really old stuff. So we're basically modernizing it, and we've managed to get to the point where we've got the right font on the homepage, we have a navigation bar at the top, and we've got the logo in place, so things are starting to fall into place. We just need to figure out why there are two Twitter buttons, and then we need to add the rest of the homepage. So that's all the stuff down here. We've only got down to this far. Cool, so let's fix the issue with the Twitter buttons. So we've got two here, and I think if I get rid of one of them, it just breaks none of them work. Let's get rid of this one. Whoops, get rid of this one first. Save, and it should automatically refresh the page. Perfect. So here we go. So there's an issue. I can't see why that happened. And if I go to this one as well, we get, oh no, hang on a minute. This one works. Does it work? Refresh. Okay. Oh, this one works. Perfect. We'll stick with this one. Even though for some reasons the numbers are different. So this one has 2873. That one has 2874. Weird, but we'll stick with it. Similar to here, the fork, but no worries, we've got this working. Next thing to figure out is down here. Cool, and guys, feel free to ask questions. I know there's no one watching right now, which is fine. This is my second ever stream, doing it in the same day. I don't expect the same person to have been in the morning to be in the evening streams. This won't be a usual occurrence. I think I might just do it. This is the first time I'll probably ever do 2 streams in one day. It's just the way things happen. Okay, so we've got an issue with the logos. I know what's going on here. So the images here need to be loaded up with JavaScript, I think. I'm not an expert on Next.js, so I'm going to go to the old site. By the way, this is the old Hacksflixel site. I've got that in VS Code in a separate desktop window, as you just saw. This is the new site that I'm working on, so I'm just going to copy and paste all the images one by one and make sure they all work. Okay, first off, I'll just do it in bits. I'm going to uncomment this one and focus on the Windows logo. That's here. Images, wherever that is. There we go, so images, targets, Windows logo, perfect. I'm not going to have the same file path, I think. For now, I'm so lost. Here we go, images. I'll just have a homepage folder. I think that makes sense. Have a homepage folder, right? New folder, homepage, or should I stick to the same path that the old file, the old Hacksflixel site has? I might do that. Might be easier. Rename that to targets, and we're going to copy over all the targets, I guess. Copy that over into here. I don't think there was the ability to copy and paste in VS Code a while back, so this is cool. Hang on a minute, there's an Ouya logo. Who uses Ouya? I'll get rid of that. I don't think that's used. Is that actually used? Let me put it back just in case it breaks something else. Right, so we've got the Windows logo in here. Let's put it in with JavaScript. Like I said in the previous stream, I do really like using JSX. It's just a bit of a pain sometimes. Let me make this a bit bigger. I think last time it was too small to use, so I've made it a bit bigger. And then we'll go to images, targets, Windows. SVG. Okay, we're in business. Nice, and we have a Windows logo. Perfect. So I just need to do the exact same thing. It looks a bit darker actually. They've got some funky CSS going here, so I'll try and match that. But it's not that big of a deal. I don't think people are actually going to go, oh, the new Hackflix website doesn't have the ability for me to hover over the buttons, so I won't focus on that. I might make a to-do note to do that later. But let's get all the images in for now. I'll just, yeah, do the same thing. It might actually make sense to have an array and then loop over all that stuff, but maybe that's overkill. Yeah, probably overkill. I'll just do the bare minimum at the moment to get things running, and then I'll deal with the other stuff later. What do you think of the music? It took me ages to find it actually. Find royalty-free stuff. I think YouTube has got a really good royalty-free library, so media library. And there's another site I use to get some of this music. I forgot what it's called. No copyright, something, NCS, something like that. I'll try and put a link in the description. But yeah, the music on there is really good. It's really good kind of dance, house music, dubstep. I found that quite useful. And like I said in the last stream, there were a lot of quiet moments. Maybe I didn't say this, maybe I thought I said this, but I didn't say it. Anyway, in the last stream, there are a lot of quiet moments. So it's nice to have some background music so that if I do go quiet, which might happen often, then it doesn't feel weird. Cool, okay, we still have 0 views, that's fine. It's not really fine, I'm panicking. Why is no one watching my stream? But it's fine, I don't expect people to watch it. It's quite late in the UK. Right, enough talking. Let's get back to code. Apple logo. Yeah, I probably could do this in an array because I'm not doing anything fancy here, just a bunch of copying and pasting. Apple, Android, iOS, Flash, HTML5. Apple, Android. Yeah, this is really similar stuff. And then it's iOS, and then it's Flash. I think this might be a short stream, by the way, guys. I think I'll just stick to half an hour because it's late and I need to sleep because I have a child and this child wakes up really early, so I won't spend too much time on this. Cool. This is such a bad way of doing it. If I was working for an actual company, or I was doing this for like a real production site, I mean, I know this is a production site, but if I was working on a, why is that? Oh, okay. Yeah, if I was working on a site for a company that was paying me money to do this, I would use an array for sure. I'd still import the images one by one with JavaScript, but I'd probably use an array to do it because I'm scared of code duplication. No one likes code duplication. Dry. Don't repeat yourself. Right. Yeah, this is actually super tedious. I mean, I don't know. This is like the sort of stuff that a junior developer or an intern would do, just get them to do this simple stuff just to figure out how the system works or how the framework works. But yeah, this is fine. Someone has to do it. And I don't mind it being me. Cool. No questions so far. In the stream this morning, I was super surprised we had 3 concurrent viewers, and there were questions. And I got stuck and someone helped me, so that was really cool. I found that useful. But today we have no one, or tonight we have no one. What's that error? Import images. Oh, I made it. Probably have a typo somewhere. Android. Huh? Oh no, I spelled Android wrong. Spelled it wrong in 2 places. Oh, okay. Another time. No, this is fine. This is the issue here. Are we winning? Nope. Android logo. Oops. iOS logo. Where am I looking for that? That should be. Why has it got the package? So the JS ecosystem is amazing. The thing that is not amazing is the node modules folder, because why do I need to have dependencies upon dependencies upon dependencies to look at? I don't see the point. Anyway, iOS logo, iOS hyphen logo. Yeah, it looks. Oh, this is a PNG. Ah, that is confusing. Why are they not all SVGs? That's really scary. Is the Flash logo? Flash is an SVG. HTML5 is an SVG. Wow, okay. So the iOS logo is the only PNG. Okay, we need to sort that out. And that's fixed it. Most of it. Oh, that's horrible. I think I got the width and height incorrect. So let's change that. If you weren't in the last stream, I think Next.js, so the whole Next.js component for images, requires you to have a height and the width attribute. So I think it's just quicker for the browser to figure out how to render the image on the page. So it's a bit annoying at times, but I know why it does it. We have, look at that, the height is 63.81. Is it actually responsive? I don't know, because I've hard coded the width and height here, but I don't know if they change size based on device. No. Oh, wait, they do. That might be an issue. That might be a big issue, because I don't think that happens on the new site. Let's check that out. Oh, it does happen, kind of. Okay, I think I'll leave it like that. I mean, I'm pretty sure once this is all done, it'll go on like beta.hackspixel.com, and they'll just get people to mess around with it, see if they can break it, see if they find any bugs. So I won't worry about this too much. I'll just get the bare minimum out. 63.81. Wow. I'll round that up to 64. That looks perfect to me. So what's this thing that's causing the CSS hover effect? I know I said I wouldn't do it, but I'm just actually quite curious. Okay. Platform logos home IMG hover. I should have that. I should have that in my code. Yeah, so I've got some stuff here. Oh, here. Oh, I see. So I've commented all that stuff out because it's using less, and I want to use regular CSS because it's a lot easier just to deal with it, especially for newcomers who are on the site. Just to use regular CSS to mess around. I think I've got a text message. Ah, we have 2 viewers. Awesome. Hello, 2 viewers. Feel free to say hello in the chat. Okay. Cool. Oh, nice. Yeah, someone shared it on the Discord, the Hacks Discord, which is cool. Okay, so now I'm going to figure out how to get this weird less code into regular CSS. Let's do that. The way I think it works is less has these functions, these weird functions with code. Okay, so they have code. Wow, what is this? Opacity all value 1. Oh, so it sets the opacity. Fine, I see what that's doing. So I'll change that up to, I think that was 0.7. It was 0.7. I don't have to think. I know this stuff. And there's another one here. Are there any more? Yeah, okay, so this is opacity 1. There's actually probably a boring stream to watch. I don't actually watch coding streams, if I'm being honest. I think there's a streamer called PrimeGen, who's actually quite interesting to watch. Not interesting, he's quite entertaining. More entertaining than me. He's like changes his voice and makes a lot of jokes. Very good at his editing skills, but yeah, so I watch his YouTube videos, but not his streams. So if you guys know of any good streamers who do code, let me know. I'll use them for inspiration. But yeah, so PrimeGen, Kent C. Dodds, he's quite big in the React community for making testing library. I've seen a few of his streams, and I think it's really difficult as a code streamer to make it entertaining. I don't know how people do it. I'm going to try, but I'm not going to lie, I don't think this is interesting to watch. I feel like it's quite boring, so for my next streams I'll just try and make it a bit more fun. What is going on here? So there's a function, and the argument is, I don't, how does less work? This is weird. Okay, so there's a function, 3 arguments, scale to, duration, scale back. I think this is using the first one, but it's not being passed in, I don't know. Oh, here we go. Okay, I see. What is this trying to do? Hover, oh, I see, okay. So when you hover over the image, it changes the scale, fine. So, oh my word. It might be easier for me to see what's actually computed when you hover over and just figure out what it's doing from there. Because, here we go. This is what it's doing. So transform scale 1.1, that's pretty much it. So if I grab this and get rid of this grayscale, what does that do? Probably just, the images are already grayscale. Why is there a function called grayscale to make it more grayscale? Super grayscale. it's using a filter. Awesome. So it's using a filter. I don't think there needs to be a URL for a filter. Why is there a URL? This site baffles me. I mean, I'm sure there was a good reason at the time why things were done, but it genuinely baffles me. Right, let's grab this. I think this is good enough to have as a filter. We've got this hover thing, which I'm not going to use, and I'm going to take out this comment. Cool. And then we've got this scale, which is in place, I think, and then we've got this as well. I'm just going to grab this. Whatever happens, happens. Feel free to use the chat. I feel like I'm less of a loser by talking to myself. Okay, looks like we have a problem. No, we don't have a problem. Okay, cool. So it happens. It doesn't transition. That's very easy to implement. I don't need to look at the old site for that. I know enough CSS to figure out how to transition. Here we go. So I think, if I'm correct, that goes on the image itself. Yeah, I think. Let's try it. So you've got this transition, get rid of that. Boom, perfect. Exactly identical. Right, moving on to the next part. And guys, if you're wondering what this test is, guys and girls, I don't want to be not inclusive. This test is the footer. Let me actually rename it to the footer. It's a component in here. Whoops. Why is my mouse so fast? Right, so this will be the footer, or future footer. Okay, so down here will be the footer. At the moment, it's just, wow, look at that. It's so jumpy right now. Anyway, that'll be the footer. So it'll look like this, but right now it's just a bunch of text. So let's work on the next bit, which is powered by open source cross-platform tech. So what I tend to do, I'm on this bit here. All right, what I tend to do is grab the code from the old site. So I'm gonna grab that here, and then paste it into the new site one by one. I've also noticed, I'm noticing a lot of stuff in my previous stream that I did this morning. There's a lot of like slight lip smacks and stuff. I think my mic is really good because I've got it set to the lowest gain, but it picks so much stuff up. So I apologize in advance for that, because it must be very horrible to listen to, especially if you're like one of those people who are big into like audio or like ASMR, if that's the thing. Yeah, if you're big into ASMR, then you might like it, but if you're not big into ASMR, then you might find it super annoying. Okay, so there's this weirdness here. What is an ECO file? .html.eco. Never heard of it before. What is that? Embedded CoffeeScript, right? Okay. So there's this weird kind of embedded CoffeeScript stuff going on here. I don't know what it's doing. I've got no idea. So I need to figure that out. We can figure it out together. At collection demos underscore. No, I still don't. Okay, so it's got a thumbnail, and it loops over some kind of collection of demos. Let's wrap this text up. I'll bring the file explorer back because I might need it. Okay, so it's going to wrap up some text for 18 minutes. Okay, 2 viewers still, cool. It's going to wrap up some text. No, it's going to wrap up some images, and I need to find out the images. So it's these 6 over here, but I don't know where it's pulling it in from. It's just some kind of weird CoffeeScript magic. Okay, let's do this. We'll get collection demos. Where? I don't know where to start. Let's find out what this is called. Okay, Flappy Bait filters Afflex Nape. Is there like a place where they all exist? Right. I guess not. Homepage demos. Let's search for that. Homepage demos. What do we have? Okay. We have. No, this is not useful to me still. Homepage demos. Find all the homepage demos. What? Oh, okay. So the thing. Fine. So that the page or whatever needs to have this tag. Why does it say database? This is confusing. There is no database. I don't know if I should replicate this way or I should just do my own thing. But this is confusing to me because I don't know where this is coming from. And if you're someone who doesn't know CoffeeScript like me, this is magic. It's honestly magic to me. I have no idea how this is working. Why do we have one called demos? Oh, this is a link. I see. So this is a link to the demos page, I think, because that's just this. Oh, I see. So it's counting the amount of demos. Fine. So you're counting all the demos from this magic location called demos, and then displaying that total in the HTML. So how are we doing that? What's this crazy magic that's going on? No, this is so confusing. I think what I'm going to do, the best thing to do, I would say, is to make a JSON file. So what I could have just like a data file, if that makes sense. So I'm going to create a folder called data, and then just put all the demos inside there, if that makes sense. New file demos.json, and just have that as be an array. You can have an array in JSON, can't you? I don't know. Anyway, I'm just making this up as I go along. Right, so let's get rid of this file. Homepage demos. Something weird here. Actually, I just want to see where demos. Okay, so this is all markdown files of all the demos, and this is the data that exists. So I'm just going to create a JSON version of this. Yeah, I'll create a JSON version of this. See how that goes. So let's grab this one. This will be the first object in the JSON thing. Title, blend modes, layout demo. I see, so this is where it's coming from. Okay, layout demo, width, height, oh, source apparently, and then height. So I'm just going to do this about 80 times. Great, this is going to be fun. Okay. So this is number 1 of 80. Oh, hang on a minute. There's text as well. Is there anything else that I'm missing? Oh, wow, okay. Maybe this is not the best way to do this. Okay, let me think. I need to think again. I guess what I could do. No, I think this is the best way to do this, if I'm being honest. I think this is the best way to do this. Because the alternative is to have a bunch of markdown files like this. Which is fine, but I don't know how to translate a bunch of markdown into what the craziness that's here. So I think somehow it's looping over all the markdown files and then checking the tags that they have, and then rendering this based on the tags. Right, similar for here. So it's rendering, or it's counting the amount of demos. I don't know how I'm going to do that with markdown files for Next.js. Yeah, because it would have to count all the markdown files. I don't think Next can do that. I don't think React can do that. So the next best thing is to have it all in JSON. And if that's the case, then that means all this all this sort of stuff here needs to be in that same JSON file. So that's going to be a fun problem to figure out. I guess. Yeah, I've got no idea how to do it, but we'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So this is going to be, I'm going to make a new kind of thing called text. And then paste that in here. I apologize for my voice suddenly going really deep. I have no idea what happened. Let's hope I'm not coming down with the big C. I don't think I am. I tested this morning, I was negative, so I should be fine, but you never really know. It comes up when you least expect it. Right, this is going to be the most boring thing to watch, guarantee. I'm just copying and pasting a bunch of stuff. Actually, what I'm going to do is just copy and paste about 3 or 4 of them, and then see if that works. This is actually quite weird because, okay, you've got target HTML5. So this one has no tags, blend mode shaders, but does this have a tag? Okay, I've got layout, okay, fine. The layout here, in my opinion, is useless because they each say demo. Each one of them says demo, so I might take layout out. Yeah, there's not one that doesn't have a layout of demo. Right, so I'll just take that out. I'm a bit worried about the whole tagging thing, because I don't see homepage demos in any of these files, and I can't see a separate file that has all the data, right? Because I've done a TypeScript wide search for homepage demos. It's just in two places, here and here. Right here is doing some kind of weird docpad thing that's finding all the homepage demos, but there's no database, so I don't get why it's got database here. Yeah, I don't. This is confusing. This is really confusing because I don't get how it works. So I'll stick to this method. But I guess for the text here, what I could do, I could have a separate JSON file. Let's stick with this for the moment, for the meantime, and then see if that works. Yeah, that's all I can hope for, but it works itself out. Okay, so this previous one doesn't have a target, but this one does. Is that a thing? Okay, this does have targets, fine. So I'm gonna get rid of this layout because it's useless. And yeah, this is fine. Trailing commas, don't worry about that. I'll deal with that later. So I'll just do about 4 to 6 of these and then see if they work, and then off stream I'll do the rest of them. So the other 76. Fun times. Okay. Arcade breakout. This doesn't have a width and height. So what do you do when a demo doesn't have a width and height? This is weird. How do you guess the width and height of a demo? Because they all must have like a set width and height by default. Like, they've all got this. So what's the width and height for? Is it for the box that it displays in? Is it for this box? And if so, if you don't have width and height, what does it default to? I guess we'll find out. Tune in for stream 35 when we work on the demo page and figure all this stuff out. But anyway, let's deal with this. So we've got source, cool, and then we've got targets, which is an array. Yep, this is the first entry with a target in it. Does this have to be what? Value expected? I don't know what that means. What does that mean? A string? A string of an array? How do you do an array in JSON? Because this is an array, I know that, but can you do like a nested array? Is that a thing? No. Oh wait. No. No, it should be. No, it's not. Wait, look at that. So this person's done it here. Let's try and see if I can do it. Alright, so this is a string. Not this sort of string. I don't need 2 types of quotes, just the double quotes, please. Similar here. Okay, so that works. Fine. So you can do that. Okay, cool. We're moving at snail's pace here. We'll get there eventually. Okay. So whatever this is, no demo layout, and then that thing. We've got 2 targets. Oh, I forgot to grab the text for the previous file. Let's do that now. Yep. So it's gonna be fun trying to figure out how to render Markdown from this, but yeah, we'll get there. I have a feeling I probably won't stick to this method. Anyway, yeah, we'll see how that goes. And you can't even okay, yeah, I'm definitely not gonna stick with this method. I think what would have to happen is, actually, I just thought something really silly. I don't need to have it JSON. It could be regular JavaScript, right? Yeah, it could be. Let's change this now. Sorry, let's not delete that. Let's change it to TSX. Because there's too many restrictions with JSON. Right, so we've got TSX. This can be a constant demo data. And we can export this const. Cool. This is much better because I don't have to have these. And for here, for something like this, let's wrap this text. For something like this, I can have a string interpolation, or whatever you want to call it, a string literal, and I can have white spaces. So I can grab this stuff here, and we can have a white space. Bingo. So I'm sure I can figure out a way to format this into regular Markdown. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Cool, so yeah, we've got somewhere. Let's grab this here. Okay, still no comments. And 0 viewers, that's probably why. No comments, no viewers. That's absolutely fine. I'm so happy to talk to myself for an hour. Or 30 minutes so far. Alright, so we've got some demos in. Let's load it up. Let's load it here. The demo section. Yes, okay, this is absolutely perfect. So this will work the way I expect it to work. Because we can import demo data. Whoops, that was weird. Demo data from, let's actually create an alias, a file alias for all this stuff. Let's get rid of these files that I don't need anymore. Actually, I need that one. We'll create a file alias for data. Is that in the right place? Source data. Yeah, perfect. And then I can do from $sign data. Oh, it didn't work. Demos. Did that not work? Oh, it does work. Okay, fine. And then over here, href, I can do. What can I do? Something like demos.length. Can I do that? Whoops. Cool. Browse and then from our demos, and then demos. Hang on a minute. Oh, I see, there's a colon. Oh, I need that text actually. I need that text. Closing tag for P. What? Okay, we've got the anchor here. This isn't the right place. Why is it giving me grief? Oh, it's the H3. Yeah, the H3. Why is that? Oh, hang on a minute. Let's go to the old site. Is that all wrapped up in a H3? Why is there this rogue H3 here? That is invalid HTML. Okay, right. Let's see if that does anything. Switch back to here. We have 4 demos. Perfect. Okay. Issue is the formatting. So we can. What can we do? We can do something like this to. What did I just do? I just broke everything. Right. We can do this to symbolize a white space, and that should give that white space. Perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. So the next step is to render all this stuff. Now we have an issue with this data because we don't have thumbnails. So that has to be an extra entry point. Or does it? Yes, it does, because this demos page uses thumbnails as well. Yeah, so we need to do that. Wow, that was weird. It was 5 and then 6. All right, so for now, I want to match the homepage. Even though the demos won't be exactly the same, I want to match the layout. So I'm going to grab 2 more. Sorry, this is very boring to watch, but I'm going to grab 2 more of these just to match the 6. Yep, this is definitely not fun to watch, but we don't have to talk about code. We can talk about other stuff. We can talk about stuff people are watching. What stuff are you watching? My 0 viewers. What are you watching on Netflix? What are you watching on Disney Plus? Yeah, we're currently going through. I say we. My wife and I are currently going through She-Hulk, which is fun. I mean, I see why people don't like it, and I kind of like it. But yeah, it is kind of what's the word? Male bashing. There's a lot of bashing of men in it, which it is what it is. It's not nice to watch, but it is what it is. It's Disney going woke, but not going broke. You don't have to go work and go broke. You can go work and make a lot of money, which Disney are doing. But there is a scene in She-Hulk where she's on a date, and she swipes right for every single man, and I saw that and thought, there's no girl in the world who uses Tinder and swipes right on every single man. The stats of Tinder, the stats for Tinder, are 60% of men will find a match or will swipe right for a woman, and 3.1% of women will swipe right for a man, so it's kind of inaccurate in that sense. But yeah, I saw that and thought, whoa, there is no woman who's doing that, but Disney thought it was okay to do. All right, we've got 6. So I'm going to stop talking about She-Hulk and move on back to Hackspixel. I forgot the horizontal rule. Let's put that, oh, that's in the right place. No, it's not. It should go here. This is very weird formatting. That should go above that. I'll stick it here, I'll reformat. Cool, so that's, bingo, that's the right place now. And we're gonna load up these. So how are we gonna do that? Let me think. I haven't used React in such a long time. This is gonna be painful. Right, so data, demo data, map. Yep, let's do a map. Map, data, demo. Okay, if I remember correctly, you need a key, like an index, right? So you've got the demo, which is the data, and then the index, or a separate key, an individual key, an ID. Actually, we could get them with IDs, couldn't we? Yeah, let's not do that now. So we've got whatever, and we can leap over this. So what do we need? We need thumbnail, which doesn't exist right now, but that's fine. What we're going to do is just leap over the names. What does this have? This has image and a link. Fine, that makes sense. How does the link work? Demo.url. Where's the URL coming from? I don't get URLs here. Where is this data? It's just this like weird data that exists somewhere that I don't know where it is. Is there like a demo data file? Eco demo less. No, I can't see. Is there a database that I don't have access to that this is pulling from? This is so weird. Because it does convert this into JSON for demo in whatever. Oh, okay, fine. Yeah, I don't understand. This is magic. This is weird magic that is badly documented and shouldn't exist, but it does somehow, and it does work, but it's a pain to update, and that's why I'm rebuilding the whole site. Okay, let me think. For now, let's just render the text, render some text. Let's render the title, right? So we get whoops. We're gonna do demo title, if that's how that works. And then we're gonna get key. I'll do demo dots, no, just index. Cool. Okay, that didn't work. What is it saying? JSX children's prop expects a single child. Okay, I don't see what the issue is here. What's the issue? Does it need to be wrapped inside this whole thing needs to be wrapped inside a fragment or something, right? Like a div. Can I do that? For those who don't know what a fragment is in React, I am not going to explain it in this stream. Go ahead and Google it. Still didn't work. Right, let's put this in a section tag. Let's React nodes type 4 is not signable to that is some weirdness happening right there. I know what the issue is. I didn't return this. This is my fault. This is definitely my fault. This is what you get for not using React for years. There we go. Winner. Okay, so we're winning. We have 6 names for 6 demos, but we don't have the thumbnails. So that's the next step. What I'm going to do is put the thumbnail inside here as a piece of data. But the old site, if I remember correctly, generates the thumbnails on build. So it shouldn't contain the thumbnails inside the site, or does it? Oh, it does. No, it doesn't. What is this? What? Is this? Oh, I see. Okay. So this is not the thumbnail, is it? if I go to like the filter thumbnail, or even the flappy thingy, my mouse is moving so fast. Flappy bait. Yeah, that can't be the right thumbnail, is it? Filters. Oh. But how are they all the same size? They don't. Wait. They're all different sizes. No way. Look at that. So it's 160. Is that a different size as well? No, they're all the same size, right? So there's some codes to match the size of each thumbnail, even though they're all different sizes here. Unless, no, I think the thumbnails are generated on the fly. So I need to find a way to generate all the thumbnails to match this size. I think, hang on, there is a way to do it with CSS. There is a way to do it with CSS to clip the thumbnails to a certain size. I might just do that instead, because the other way is too much hard work. I mean, I don't get why these aren't clipped to 160 by 160. It was probably better to do it that way. But yeah, well, this is something else. Yeah, they're all completely different sizes, which is weird, but it is what it is. Alright, so let's figure out how to make them all the same size with CSS. First off, can we grab the first kind of 6 thumbnails? Can we do that? Images, targets, okay. Let's actually just copy this whole folder. Paste it here. Will this work? Fingers crossed. Boom, perfect. So we have all the images here. And then what we're gonna do, do they match the titles? So does each image match the title? Because that could save me, and they're all PNGs, right? It'll be all PNGs. Perfect, okay, this saves me already a lot of work. So what I could do here is grab, but the width and the height are incorrect, so that's fine, I'll figure out a way to do that. So I'll just grab this image, and what we're gonna do is render just the images of each, hang on, let's put this image tag inside there, right, just because this key index thing might break inside this image component. So we're going to do, what we're going to do, we're going to do source as demo.title. This is going to be a fun experiment because I don't think this will work. Let's just see. Okay, so we've got demo.title, yeah, as the name of the image, PNG, and then we have where it's located, which is /images/ where is it? /images/ demos. Okay. No, see, this is what I said. This is what broke it. Let's grab the alt tags. Perfect, okay, there isn't even an alt tag for this. Okay, this site needs a lot of work. So this should work with the alt tag, and this should work for the title as well, even though it might not be necessary to have a title in each of them, but it exists anyway. The source, images, whatever, this should work fine, but it's not, so let's investigate. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out what this means. I didn't know it did this. Does it do that for every single image? Wow. Wow. Okay. So the source here, next static media. Okay, so it's got its own source. Fine. And as we can see here, images, blend modes, whatever, it's got some weird kind of characters inside here. So I don't think my technique worked. Even though on paper it should actually work. Oh, hang on. Images. Does that fix it? I doubt that'll fix it, but let's try anyway. Oh wow, okay. Did not expect that to work. Let's make this 160. This isn't the fix to kind of crop images with CSS, by the way. This is just a temporary measure. And it seems to work. I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but it seems to work right now. Let's match the layout. And there's a drop shadow on each image as well. whoever made the site put a lot of work into the drop shadows. It's drop shadow crazy. This has got drop shadow. That has a drop shadow. I mean, it's not 2010 anymore. We don't need drop shadows and everything. Anyway, so if I were working on this layout now, like modern day me, I'd use Flexbox, but I guarantee whoever wrote this back in the day did not use Flexbox. They've got some kind of weird float-based layout, which I don't know if I want to figure out right now. I don't know if I want to figure out how they did that. I might just switch to Flexbox or Grid. CSS Grid. Sorry, CSS Grid. That's popular right now. 45 minutes into the stream, still no viewers. That's fine. I could use Grid. Let's try Grid. No. This is too much pressure right now to figure out how to do this. This is the option with modern day web development. There's so many ways to do the same thing, and everyone has their preferred way of doing it, but you could do it one way and someone else won't like it. So I don't know which way to please the most amount of people. I think I'll stick with Grid, CSS Grid. Let's do it. Right, so in order for that to work, I have to have a class here. Class name, so I can call it, what do I call it? Demo image section. Also, people have preferences for CSS class names, right? So right now these have got hyphens, they don't really mean much. People can be really into BEM. I know BEM is a big thing. But right now I'll just stick to whatever crazy thing that's going on here. So where would I put this? Where is this one? I think this is in the homepage section, right? There's the homepage. CSS, hang on, this is not what I expected. There isn't a class for this, wow, okay. Definitely did not expect that. So maybe if I just apply this class to it. There isn't a class for this even in the actual, what? Oh wait, no, these are two classes, fine. My bad, these are two CSS classes. So one is called Demos Home, which there is a class for, and one is called Home Section, fine. So these classes both exist. What I want to do is add my own class to implement CSS Grid. Now we don't have to support Internet Explorer anymore, so I think the support for CSS Grid is actually really good. The issue is I do not know how to use it, because this does nothing. And I'm not an expert on Grid, so I'm going to have to do a lot of Googling here. I don't need that. Oh, hang on a minute, we have multiple paragraph tags, which is not what I wanted. So let's actually make this a fragment. That should fix this issue, right? Will that work? No. Yeah, that won't work, fine. So you do need to have something in there. Can I add this index to this image? I mean, sorry, this key, and get rid of this paragraph. So I don't want multiple paragraph tags. Okay. React is happy with that. But now it doesn't really obey the kind of, oh wait, I was using Grid, fine. So Grid displays in place. Now what I want to do is have this kind of what's Grid column. I have no idea how to use CSS Grid. I genuinely have no idea what I'm doing here. Let's look at demo. This is not to say that I haven't used Grid before. I have used it before. I just don't write CSS on a regular basis. CSS is something that I do maybe once a month. And I used to do it loads. It's a shame because I used to love writing CSS, but I just haven't done it in such a long time now. So I'm very rusty. The rust is real with my CSS ability. But I do enjoy, like I said in the last stream, I really enjoy CSS. Okay, here we go. So we've got somewhere. Would you want the gap as well? We'll have the gap of 10 pixels. Actually, let's copy this whole thing. I'll grab all this here. Where are we? We need to find the styles, right? Where are the styles? They should be here. So now I just need to figure out what did I do? What did I change? Oh, fine. Weird keyboard magic. Okay, so we have this weirdness going on. I think it needs to have like a max width, doesn't it? Because it needs to be at the bottom, or sorry, in the middle. So let's grab all this and give this a, whoa, my mouse is doing weird stuff, a max width of whatever this is. I'm gonna guess and say it's 960 pixels. And then give it a margin of auto. So that did not work as I expected. Maybe 960 is a bit too much, which might be the case. Okay, here we go. So 416, which is too small, but better than 960. We'll work with 560 for now, and we'll just try and figure out what's going on here. Okay, so each one of these, I don't know what this means. What does this mean? Grid template columns. Is there documentation on that site to tell you what that means? No. Waste of site. Grid template columns. I'm always worried about streaming and pronouncing things incorrectly. I think I've seen streams with people who talk really well, and yeah, I just want to be like that, not mess up too much. And I've messed up a lot already in the stream, so definitely not on the right path. But I'll get better. I'll stream more. This isn't the only stream I'm going to do. Okay, so this is breaking because my max width is not high enough. 660. 660. Come on. Oh, I know what this is. So we want 3 columns, not 2. I see what this is doing. See, my grid knowledge is coming back. We want 3 columns. So we need 160 pixels for each column. Okay. And the max width should not be 60. It should be, I don't know, what is the current max width on the old site? It probably doesn't even have a max width, if I'm being honest. It's just that kind of craziness. 700. It does have a max width. I'm quite impressed. Did not expect that. Okay, 700 pixels. But it's not in the center, right? So I'm missing some stuff. What am I missing? What am I missing? This is so baffling. There's no div to wrap all the images around, so it's just kind of in place with magic. More magic, magic upon magic upon magic. That's the theme for the old Typescript website. Okay, so I'm going to do this manually. Brace yourselves. There's probably some kind of maths I could use to figure this out as well, but who uses maths nowadays, right? Okay, so you've got the grid gap, which I do like. I think it's the perfect gap size. Issue with the gap size though is the height, right, is not correct. So you've got column gap and you've got row gap. I think this might have to be 0. How do you do that? Will it be 0 like that? No, this stays 10 pixels. And the other one is 0. Goodness, I love CSS when it works. When it works, it's amazing. When you're stuck, CSS is rubbish. Cool. Okay. And as you can see, people of the internet, my 2 viewers, my 1 viewer right now, CSS grid, much better than any kind of float-based layout this is using, but the gap size is incorrect, and I forgot to carry over the max width. So let's do that now. I don't know where to put that. Let's alphabeticalize my CSS and then do max width, I think. Max width of, what was it, 6.5? I have no idea what that was. And then margin also. Cool. Come on, come on. Does nothing actually happen? Something has to happen. This has to be in the center, right? Oh, okay. Things are not going my way right now. So where should the max width be? Should it be here? No, this is the right place for it. So why is it? Oh no, it's a max. It's a max width, not a min width. Okay. And the size is still incorrect, so let's figure that out right now. And this time, I'm going to memorize it. 520. 520. Let's do that. Cool, and that's max. And this gives you an insight into how I code, into how I write CSS. Just about to try and error until things work. I have no idea how this works on a phone, on a responsive layout, so let's check. Grid, don't fail me, don't fail me. Ugh, grid has failed me. Officially, grid has failed me. So how do you fix that? How do you fix? I think I might have to have a separate kind of grid template column for certain widths. So mobile will have like 2 columns and then one column eventually. But that's a job for another stream. Okay, and should I carry this drop shadow over? What are your thoughts? Do you like the drop shadow? I'm not particularly a huge fan of it. I couldn't care less. But what we can do actually is match this gap, because I think the gap on the old site is a lot larger. So let's match it. Let's bring it to 20. Yeah, I think that's about right. I'd say that's similar. Not exactly the same, but no one's going to notice. Cool. We're making progress. At some point I'm going to give the proper demos proper places in the homepage, but right now this is good enough for me. 6 demos on the whole Hackswix website. Perfect. Moving on. We're going to grab this one, another horizontal rule. There's a lot of divs. Divs. I think I might change them to articles, because articles are cool. Article U, article U as well, and you can stay a div. Yeah, you can stay a div, so that can stay a div. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird div to keep, but it can stay a div. Because the whole thing is the homepage section, but this is just the section for, I don't know. Maybe I copied it over wrong, let's have a look. Oh no, I did copy it over wrong. So each section has its own home. Fine, okay, this might fix some issues then. So this here needs to be out of this one here, right? So this should probably be a section, not an article. But there's already a section here. This is how HTML developers work. Like, what should I use here? Should I use a div, an article, section? So many choices. We should go back to everything being divs. Then it'll make things a lot easier. Okay, so this should be a section as well. That can stay an article. Not really, actually, it should be a div. Okay, and now it's all fine. We've got the horizontal rule at the bottom with the massive gap. That is not what I expected. Why is it? I'm so lost. Okay, we'll deal with that another time. I think it has to be outside of the section. It is outside the section. No, it has to be inside the section. Is that correct? Is that how the old site works? No. It's outside this whole div. So yeah, I've got this in the wrong place. That should be here. Doesn't seem to need a class as well. I don't know why I've got class names here. And that should be outside here as well. Cool. I'm going to stop ending the stream in about 10 minutes because I'm getting tired. But we have made some progress, not as much as I want to, but we've made progress. Let's grab this. I'm not a huge fan of this multiple div section malarkey. I think there should be an easier way to lay it out, but it is what it is. If you take anything away from this stream, just take away the line, it is what it is. It's a famous line from the best ever film in the world, The Irishman. 3 hours on Netflix of my life that I'm not going to get back, but it gave me that line. It is what it is. Cool. I think this next part should be fairly straightforward. It's just a bunch of images and a bunch of plus signs, and I'm going to have to grab a bunch of images from the old site. So it's a bunch of rinse and repeat. I'm not doing anything really original here, just rinsing and repeating, but doing it in a nicer modern kind of React way. Yeah. I think I might end the stream. One viewer. Oh wow, hey, where did you write a comment? Yusuf? Thanks for liking my streams. Awesome, loved your tats, by the way. Yeah, I need to make a few more. I'm lacking on the hacks tutorials at the moment. I'm planning a few more, but I want to work on this first. I want to get the Hackswix site up. I've got plans for this. I want to add more content to the blog because the blog is lacking. There's a bunch of things you want to change, like add. What else do you want to add? You want to add links to all the header tags so they can be hyperlinked. There's a bunch of things. If you go on the hackswixel.com repository and click on the issues page, you'll see a bunch of things that need to be done that have been there for ages, maybe years. Let's have a look. I can't spell. So for people who didn't watch the last stream, my mic is in front of my keyboard, so I'm just having to guess where the keys are, which is fun. Okay, so all these issues. This is what I did. No way, is that 2 years ago? No, it's not 2 years ago. Yeah, March 18th, fine, this year. But we've got stuff that came out like 2014. People have had issues like, what is it, almost 10 years ago, right? And people have done nothing. So hopefully once this is done, then we can knock these off one by one. Maybe not this one, but definitely this one. And maybe this one. But anyway. So yeah, so let's fix this first. I want more people to know about Typescript, so I think it's a really good game engine. And the way to share the knowledge is to grow the community, and we do that with the website. And if no one's making this better, then we're just going to stay at the same place the whole time. So yeah, let's make this the best engine. Okay, I'm not going to say the best engine in the world because there's no such thing, blah blah blah, but we'll make it a good engine. We'll make it as good as Love2D, GameMaker. We'll just get the word out there because people need to use this. People need to know about Typescript. Okay. Let's grab these. Sorry, I don't look at the chat enough. That's probably why no one joins, because they join and go, oh, he doesn't care about me. I wrote a message like 2 hours ago, he's not even read it. But I am new to streaming, I will get better, trust me. This is just me training. I'm on training wheels at the moment. And apparently I'm used to coding as well because I have no idea what I've just done. Okay, let's do it one by one. Let's not blow my load all at once. We'll grab this. Okay, this is fine. Okay, it has no closing tag, fine. We'll put that in. I know I shouldn't use that, I'll change that in a bit. We need to grab all the images from here. Where is that? That's images. Hacks. These are SVGs, okay. There are a lot of images in this site. There are a lot of images. And these are just here. Kind of open for the whole world to see. Okay, hacks. Oh. Hacks, OpenFL, Flixel, hacks Flixel. Let's do that. Oh, I lost where I was. Hacks, OpenFL, SVG, perfect. That's Flixel, hacks, and Flixel. Cool. We'll paste that into here. Cool. So, what that means is we probably do that too. Actually, I probably don't need to. I've noticed I don't need to do this. I can load all the images in without doing that. I've noticed, but anyway, will it work with the alias? Let me have a try. If I just replace this whole thing, yeah, let's replace. No, it might not work with the alias actually. But if this works here, then this here should definitely work without any errors, right? Yeah. Oh, I do have an error in the console. What's the error? Okay, fine. Yeah, that's no error. Whoops, refresh the page. Why is Next.js so slow? Did I break something? Could be my internet. Cool. No errors. I like this song. This is actually a really good song. I'm enjoying it. Okay, so we're going to replace all of this. Okay, I'm not going to do it now. I'll do it in a future stream. Not now. Fine. We use the image element here. Image element. I need to learn to enunciate more in the streams, because I know not everyone listening is a native English speaker, and so if I mess up my words, then it's difficult for you to understand what I'm saying. Or if I speak too fast. I don't want to speak too fast. So yeah, I'm learning. Getting better. Growing as a streamer. Wow, okay, that's painful. I'm gonna do 120. I don't know what it is. What? Something broke. This should be Windows. What broke? What did I break? This is actually still fine. What? Let's just say Windows. Can I just copy and paste this in there? Will that work? Let's try it. Let's see if that works. Yes, it does. Okay. This is what I'm going to do going forwards. I'm not going to do any of this JS image malarkey. Cool. Okay, do we have a plus sign at the bottom? We do, perfect. Okay, this is smooth sailing. I know what to do now. But why is this in the span? Will this work without a span? Is there some kind of crazy CSS that? Oh yeah, there's crazy CSS. Why? Why do you do that? Why do you have crazy CSS? That's dependent on elements. Element dependent CSS. Okay, so we've got span here. So yeah, we do span font. And we've got that. Well, if there's a span on it, we don't need this. It should work without that, right? Yeah, it does. So then we can change this to be an actual class. So let's do that now. Let's grab. This is a good song as well. I pick good songs. Good royalty-free songs, which is hard to find, but they do exist. Okay. We'll add an extra class here called plus sign. Do that, and then we'll change this here. Yeah, class name, because this is much more readable than having this kind of weird span. And I could probably delete that if I wanted to. I see. We could force the font weight if we do that. So where's the plus sign? Here we go. Font weight 500. I want to say is that bold, or is it more? Is it 700? I don't remember these things. Oh, I could just do. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So we just need to do that 3 more times. Boom, boom. Yep, and then there's an equals as well. Okay. How many pluses? 2 pluses and 1 equals. Grab that. Grab this whole line. Whoops, and paste that here. So we've got hacks. We've got hacks plus OpenFL. Can I copy this whole thing? The OpenFL logo, perfect. And then the Fixel logo. And that's hack Fixel. Cool. Cool. It is looking good. Look at that homepage. Look at that beautiful homepage rendered in Next.js using Typescript. That is cool. That's so cool. Okay, we're almost there. Just need to do that, and then the footer, and then the homepage is pretty much done. I mean, there are a few things here and there to sort out, but this is good. This is really good. We've got the animations going as well. I think this is a good place to end the stream. Thanks for watching, my 2 viewers. This has been fun, and I hope to see you in the next stream, which I don't know when it will be. I might do one more this week. I'll try and do one more this week. But don't hold me. Don't hold me. Don't hold me to that. Yeah, don't hold me to that. Cool. All right. Thanks for watching. As usual, like, subscribe, and yeah, if you like this sort of format of code development, this random streaming in the middle of the night. Well, it's 10 o'clock in the UK, but it's fine. It's 1 PM somewhere. Anyway, if you enjoyed this, let me know. Add some comments below. I do read the comments, and yeah, hope